Hello everyone, it's Spartan Warfare 5 again here today, bringing guys some more Modern Warfare 3 gameplay, commentary, video stuff to shove in your eye sockets, and today we're talking about Call of Duty. And oh gosh, this topic is so overdone. Why are we talking about this shitty game? A lot of the times, whenever we talk about Call of Duty, we always talk about the Call of Duty killer. What game is going to be the next game to kill Call of Duty? Oh, we need to find the next Call of Duty killer. But I think in all reality, it's the other way around. What games are going to be killed by Call of Duty? Because, I mean, essentially, you've got Battlefield, Medal of Honor, Call of Duty, you've had Homefront, you've had... shit, what else have you had? Resistance, Fall of Man. Got a lot of different first-person shooter games in this gaming community that have online multiplayer components. But which ones do you always see that come out on top? Normally, it's two. It's this game, Call of Duty, or Battlefield. You know, that's just how it rolls out. That's how it's always been. You know, and, I mean, other games like Homefront, like Resistance, Fall of Man, like HAZE. Trying to think of some other good examples here, but I'm kind of drawing some blanks. You know, but that's my point. You get all these other different types of games, these different shooters, you know, games like KillZone, just general, not really even general, you know, just multiple different types of first-person shooter games that get overlooked because you've got these juggernauts like Call of Duty and Battlefield that push them aside and people don't pay attention to and would rather play these pieces of regurgitated crap. You know, it's just like, why do we play these games still? You know, why do we still even pay attention to Call of Duty, to Battlefield? But I'm not even going to stress Battlefield at this point, because I'm talking about Call of Duty, you know, majorly. We hate this game. You know, people stress about it so much that they hate this game, you know, and that, oh, this game's so frustrating, it's bullshit, I'm never playing this game again. And yet every time we continue to buy Call of Duty, we continue to give in to Activision's copy and paste methods that is Call of Duty. Why? Why do we still do this? Why are we still attracted to this game? I think it's because of the promise of fast-paced, you know, really smooth motion action. You know, it's a very smooth running game. They have a good formula going, but it's just when you keep reusing the same formula over and over again, that's where problems ensue. That's when gamers get bored, things like that. And also, another aspect of this game that people seem to enjoy lies the controls. You know, it's very easy to manipulate this game, whereas games, I got a clear-cut example of KillZone. Kind of a more difficult shooter to play because the controls are a little bit more advanced or a little bit different than what we know and love from Call of Duty, from Battlefield, from other games like that. And also, it's a familiar game. It's a familiar face. It's a friendly sort of just, hey, how you doing, you know? I'm glad to be back in your household, in your hands, in your controls, you know? It's just, we know the series. It's something we've dealt with for how many years now? I mean, I don't even know how many years Call of Duty... I'm not even talking about Call of Duty 4. You know, I'm talking about the original Call of Duty games that have been on the market, that have been out there for consumers to buy. Call of Duty has been one of the most long-ranging first-person shooter games ever to be on the market. You know, I mean, Medal of Honor had a ginormous gap in production. You know, they used to be really big with the PlayStation 2 and GameCube and Xbox, and they fell off the planet, and then it just re-emerged out of goddamn nowhere. And Battlefield hasn't been around for that long either. You know, I mean, there's been Battlefield 1, Battlefield 2, then you got the installments of Bad Company 2, and now Battlefield 3. You know, I mean, Battlefield has not been around as long as Call of Duty has. It's a familiar face. We know and love this game. We know and hate this game. And it makes no sense to me why we continue to just feed into this utter crap when we know that it's going to be just that. You know, I'm rhyming now. Ooh, look at me, I'm a badass. But, yeah, I mean, it's just, I think we should stop considering what's going to kill Call of Duty and be more concerned about what Call of Duty is going to kill, you know, because there is a lot of variety in our first-person shooter sort of community that we don't even realize because we're so caught up with the, you know, hype and generalized other stuff that comes with Call of Duty and Battlefield. You know, it's just there. And we never really pay attention to games like KillZone, to Resistance Fall of Man, to Homefront, to HAZE. These are games that, you know, they had a good working formula, you know, overall, you know, but it's just they fell flat because, well, geez, you got freaking Call of Duty here, and all the fanboys are like, oh my god, I'm gonna go quick scope right now, and you're gonna go pub snap those noobs. You know, it's the same thing every year, and these other games that could instill variety in our community, you know, other games that we can try out, other games that, well, you know, propose a different formula for us that everyone's asking for, get stomped out on because you've got this familiar face. You've got Battlefield, which presents a more realistic style approach to first-person shooter games. And it's just those games are really just stuffed out, and no one ever really plays them anymore. You know, I mean, hell, you still have people playing Call of Duty 4, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, the old Call of Duty games, but you never have people playing KillZone 1, KillZone 2, Resistance Fall of Man, Resistance 2. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'll be looking forward to your comments in the respective comment section below. Take care, everyone. Goodbye. I'm dragging this on too long. Farewell.